So, if you're like me and you have found that setting up a guitar to produce that flutter effect consistently can be very tricky, can almost feel like it requires a degree in physics or some kind of magic. And obviously, that's not the case, but I have found a way to make that happen very easily, consistently. And simply the formula is fewer springs at a higher tension. So, if we look at this guitar, typically you will find from the factory, most guitars, most tremolo equipped guitars are set up with 3 springs. Usually Floyd's, not Floyd's, whatever. This happens to be a Wilkinson. So right now I am set up with 9s, and what I had found was simply when a guitar is set up with 3 springs, as it typically is in the factory, each spring does not need a lot of tension to get to where you would want everything sitting. And because of that, there's not enough tension to make your springs do that effect, create that effect. So by simply removing a spring and stretching them very tight, you will get that effect really every time, both up as well as down. So I have to assume too that really if you were playing with a different gauge, it'd be the same math. I suppose if you were playing maybe 10s or 11s with 4 springs, go to 3 stretched very tight. So, and the last part, I also found if you can set up your guitar where the tremolo is setting fairly flat and you have just a little bit of up, everything holds in tune very well, not only to flutter both up or pushing or pulling, is that you can also get more aggressive with the bar and stay in tune pretty well, even without a locking nut or anything like that. So in review, it's really pretty simple to get this to happen every time. Fewer springs at a higher tension, and just try to get the bridge piece set up fairly flat, and you should be in business. So I hope that helps.